Didn't you spend like a bunch of time trying to get a starter with the right nature in Sword and Shield?
Yes, I did get a score bunny with a correct nature in Sword and Shield. I did like the restart for that.
Yeah, I find that funny because you wouldn't have known because it was introduced in DLC, but it's kind of funny that you did that in the generation that introduced the items to change natures.
Yeah. So I think that was another one where it... No, did I also do that? I'd have to actually double check my Swish file. That might have been another one where I also wanted the correct gender. Or as for me, which is I want a girl score bunny with a good nature.
Look at those strong eyelashes.
So I like my girls.
Same.
Lyra, since you're a decade older than me and clearly Pokemon Perfect Guru, which game would you introduce newcomers for casual play and Nuzlocke play? My brain actually goes to 8.
8?
Gen 8.
Oh.
For casual. Well, Nuzlocking in a game with no level scaling and random spike ups when you're exploring in that Gen 9 has feels like a bad plan.
Mm-hmm.
So I think of like if we're talking one that can be, I guess I read this as something that is both good for Nuzlocke and casual play. I think of Swish, where it's going to be good for both. Whereas I would not recommend Scarlet and Violet Nuzlocking. I personally wouldn't recommend it as a first Nuzlocke experience. With the extra planning you need to be doing around making sure you are doing everything in the correct or like a doable order, that you don't jump into something that you have no way of knowing is way too high and will get you killed.
Oh.
But
in fact, I do like a Scarlet and Violet is so bad for Nuzlocke. I would actually suggest doing a regular playthrough of it and then a practice quote-unquote Nuzlocke, like what you do, Tails, where you like do the limited catches but not deaths, because as somebody who's doing did a pseudo Nuzlocke with you and then tried to do just like one for a video later, it was like, ooh, this requires way more preparation than I anticipated.
Scarlet and Violet is just a lot of work to Nuzlocke in a way where you are just not constantly getting your teams wiped.
It says it's called Nuzlite.
Oh, yeah. I like a lot of Nuzlite related challenges personally. It's when I want to do something a little different, but I don't want the stress of risking losing Pokemon. But yeah, Gen 9 getting money is stupid hard for no reason, which means items, especially battle items, are expensive. I have a female score bunny. My child!
I just want to note, once again, I'm glad I don't do art for this series.
I just want to smooch Bulbasaur on its forehead. You know, like it's just very smoochable.
Also, getting money in Gen 9 is easy. You just do raids.
It's just very smoochable, Lyra. Like, don't you just want to give him a little, like, right on that little forehead spot? Don't you just want to give him a little smooch?
So as I said, I'm glad I don't do art for this series.
Yeah, fair. XY would be the best for Nuzlocke play. Why do you say XY specifically?
It's probably the easiest. It's definitely not as easy as people try to claim, but it's definitely like easier than most. Oh, you're already learning Ember. Oh, you're already fire flying.
Mm-hmm. The fleshing line gets its second evolution. Glances at Breakson.
Don't make fun of me. I'm already suffering.
I want you to, my S-fiance on it is just side-eyeing you hard. I'm very sorry, Tails said earlier, and then I'm very not sorry, Tails. Patrick hits us now, so that bird is on fire.
Also, holoclip received. It's thank you for using Holocaster. Life Center Labs developed the Holocaster to make the lives of Pokemon trainers richer, fuller, and more convenient. We hope you'll continue to enjoy the fine service this device provides. I hate when I get ads on my smartphone. What was the fake tagline we said?
Knowledge is power.
There we go. Knowledge is power.
So Patrick DM'd me something. So have you know about the Grimace Shake meme, right?
Yeah.
Like, draw your favorite character drinking this and they're just fucking dying. Anyway, Cynthia's finally been defeated. I don't know why you even fake sorry, kid. I'm not sorry. That's hilarious. Javier notes that you can get a lot of very good Pokemon in the next route.
That's another thing. XY has a lot of variants. I think the only things that come close are like the super recent games like Scarlet and Violet and Sword and Shield, and those do so at the cost of it being really confusing where areas start and end for getting new Pokemon.
Yeah, that's true.
What's this?
What city are you in right now? Or not city? What route are you on right now?
You got it right with city.
Oh.
The place with the lore.
Is that Geosinge?
Not that lore. The campfire town.
Can I just say, with how long it's been since I touched these games, I'm proud of myself that I remembered even one of the ones with the lore.
Fair. Wasn't this the one where I was disappointed in?
That feels correct.
Yeah, how's it going there? I'm Casius. Check this out. You know what I'm doing here? I'm keeping the PC box running. Bill over in Kanto asked me to come here and run things for real. You know the instruction? Enough with instructions. Get out the air and catch some Pokemon. Put on the PC. I don't want to know anything. Anyways, something with the models. This was the first time I could really tell that the PC person just had a generic model.
Ah.
And it was also after Gen 5 with Amanita, who actually has a unique model. And I super liked the little PC dudes, the Pokemon Special manga. I believe up through Generation 3, I believe it uses Lynette and Bill a lot.
Yeah.
And because of that, I really like them. Doesn't really do much with BB or, with BB. Yeah, so for him to be just like some generic dude, I think even in the manga he's a generic dude, so I was like, disappointing.
Yeah. X and Y is the only region where Cynthia can't fuck with you, says Kit. That's not true. There's plenty of ones she can't. Alright, we visit once and never again. This is the last game with a PC person, I think. Is that true?
No.
Was there a PC person in 7 or?
There is a PC person in 7. It's what's his face? The guy what's his face? Sophocles, his friend, cousin, brother, dude.
Oh, right.
So yeah, it pulled a 180. It's like it goes from him being generic to him being like an actually important character,
Mm.
an important character in the games.
Yeah.
And then from Gen 8 on, it I believe is when there's actually not one anymore. Elaine, that guy. Here's a real question. It has been 2 hours. We're roughly halfway to the second gym. Do we want to keep going a little more, or should we end it there?
What? That's a good question. What's the next bit we have to do?
I believe we have to go up in here. I believe there's some talking up in here, then we go out here. Or do we just go out? Yeah, yeah, we have to see the castle before he lets us out. Then we go out, and I believe there's a Snorlax in the way. We have to go up a side path to a mansion and find some guy's dog to get the Poke Flute. Remember, guys, Kanto, Teehee.
Why don't we do the mansion bit? That could end in about the hour, right?
Maybe.
About 30-ish minutes? I think it sounds good.
Okay. Get the last.
And then that gives you.
Get the last bit of remember, guys, Kanto in for the title.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, heckin' gay! God damn it, I forgot again.
Man, you were like, "Oh, I'm gonna forget after 2 weeks," and you're forgetting after like 15 minutes.
It goes in the vault. I'm trying to be free.
And a quaint cheers. 2 visitors to Shabanu Castle. Can't remember the last time we've been so busy. Not much tourism revenue, eh?
So this is why the guy basically forced us here. Got it.
This castle, chateau if you will, was a manor house of the noble family. Maybe a little run down, but that's because there's history to this place. During that history, the owners of this castle gave away a lot of their stuff to everyone. That's why it feels empty. The end. That's it? Don't you have anything related to Mega Evolution? That's it. What in the world is Mega Evolution?
Okay, I actually really like when there's side stuff in RPGs like this, and it's like, here's to solve this mystery, and they're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Sir, it's back. That time of year already? Well, there's nothing I can do about it now. I need to go to Route 7, but please, take your time and have a look around. Don't forget that the souvenir shop is in the back on the right. Wonder what that was about. Well, we go to Route 7 too.
Patchwork Kit says, can I post a hot take? I don't like how clingy Shauna is in this game. I know she's meant to be a bestie, and I'm a clingy person myself, but is it hypocritical to say that? Like, give me some space, woman. In fairness, I think that's more of a narrative thing than Shauna herself being clingy. Because, like, even in this instance, she was just going to that castle before us. She was just already there, and we followed her. She isn't clingy to us, but the game's narrative just pushes us together a lot.
Also, she's not supposed to be a clingy friend. I believe the Game Freak said that she was actually supposed to be a love interesty feeling. Yes, they forgot that you could play as a girl when they just made that decision.
And just didn't change anything.
Related. Hacking gay. Here we go again. It's sleeping so soundly. The end of the world wouldn't make it. Look, it's practically a mountain, right? It's blocking the road completely. Come now, sir. Use the Poke Flute. Oh wait, do you even have it anymore? Nope, handed it over. Ah. That feels like short-sighted when this has been stated to be a yearly thing. Or you could say it was taken by the owner of the palace. Okay, that makes more sense.
Well, this makes more sense.
Huh? What's a poke flute? Basic flute is what we need to make up Snorflax. You remember Generation 1, guys? Well, the poke flute is currently at Parfum Palace. Oh, that's it? We need to just go get it then. Come on, Heckin' Gay, let's go. The Parfum Palace is just past Route 6. And maybe at a place like that we might learn something about Mega Evolution. Alright. Very important. Can I get down here from here? I can. Not.
What route was this?
6.
6. This is the good route.
It is the good route.
There's a lot of good shit here.
And you know what we're not gonna get?
Any of it?
Any of it. I thought I was an assuming tourist, but I happen to be a seasoned battler too. What's up?
You're gonna get the rarest Pokemon on this route. I feel it.
It's Pikachu!
Nobody in the comments say what the most rare Pokemon on this route is. But Lyra's gonna get the rarest Pokemon on this route.
I don't even know
and
what it is,
we're gonna be so upset. Do you know what it is?
I said I don't even know what it is, and I've already disappointed.
Oh. You have to understand, fate would align to do this to you. That you would get the rarest Pokemon on this route. What's next? Kanto Legendary? No, that's in 2 generations.
No, that's still here.
Was it?
Yep, there's Mewtwo and the Kanto bird still.
Right. And Mewtwo even got the 2 Mega Evolutions. How'd I forget about that? It's because I don't like one of them enough that I try to forget it exists.
Is it X?
Yeah, I don't like X.
That's fair. Y is the better one.
Mm.
I still remember all the Mew 3 memes. Especially when we didn't know it was a what Mega Evolution was yet.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
God, everyone's
I still
even out pretty well.
still shout out to all the conspiracy theories around Sylveon. That was fun. All the people insisting it was going to be a flying type. Like, that was so hard set of you're all stupid. It's not a light type. They're not doing a new type after all these years. Shout out to those people in particular.
Just one legendary bird, not 3 of them? It is all 3 of them. I believe it depends on your starter.
Ah. The only correct choice is Articuno, by the way. Fluffy. Cloud9. Rip possible Mew 3. Do we want a Mew 3? Is that a thing people want?
Of course.
You know, we joke about the Kanto bias, but there sure are people with strong Kanto bias. Imagine having a super strong bias for one particular region Lyra don't interact. Imagine having, like, a super strong bias for a region for nostalgia's sake. Crazy. Ridiculous, even.
Crazy people.
Anyway, everybody come back to my stream later where I talk about why Johto is the greatest region, but everybody, including the other fans, appreciate it wrong.
But funny enough, I feel like Generation 6 and 7 had an enormous Kanto bias. But I feel like Generations 8 and 9 have shifted to being an enormous Charizard bias.
Yeah, I would agree to that.
Which is part of why it's so aggravating. because it's because like at least in Generation 6, it was getting biased as a Kanto starter. Like it did get 2 mega, so it was getting more, but it was still getting biased as a Kanto starter.
Yeah.
Now
it's just because it's Charizard.
Yeah, like Charizard was the like Charizard always comes first. Like in Generation 8, you could only get
Charizard at first until the DLC, right?
No. That's why it keeps getting worse. You could Bulbasaur and Squirtle were not in the main game, but they were available to be transferred up at first. And then they didn't have the Gigantamax until the DLC. Scarlet and Violet is the one where they're just completely unavailable until the DLC.
Also, is it Gen 6? Wait, there is one thing that I think I blame on Gen 6, but I need you to help me clarify if this is where it happened. Isn't Gen 6 the time where they started, when they did the Kanto bias, they started shifting it so that Red had a Charizard?
Yes, that was Generation 6 where they started that.
Okay, yeah. So I am still forever grumpy about that. Yeah. Because fucking he had a Venusaur. And that was the big thing. He had the first Pokemon in the Pokedex. All the stuff showed him with Bulbasaur or Venusaur. And fucking now it's like they've completely linked him to Charizard, and it drives me mad. Not just because of my Bulbasaur bias, but also because like so many people have completely bought into it, and they're like, well, I remember when there was a debate about something in Pokemon Masters, and they were like, don't we have enough Charizards? Like, why is something Red with a Charizard? And then people are like, well, you have to have Red with a Charizard. Red's always has a Charizard. No, he fucking hasn't. He sure hasn't.
Well,
Winter Lily.
Well, it's not what I wanted, but Winter Lily will be happy.
Yeah. Winter Lily, look.
So what was the rarest one on the route?
Oh, it was Kecleon at 5%.
Oh boy.
So I was like, oh, it's gonna fucking make you get a Kecleon again. Like, I would have screamed if that was your catch. You did get this is one of the rarer ones though. It's the 15%, which is in the bottom half. Yeah, it's Oddish at 30. Sentret and Esper at 20, Honedge at 15, Nincada at 10, and Kecleon at 5.
Yeah, and I say it's not what I wanted, but to be fair, of that list, the only thing I would have wanted more than this would have been Esper.
Yee. No, that's
yeah. And I'm not turning terribly much because it was something Delphox already psychic type.
Honestly, Steel Ghost type isn't a bad type stuff for the composition of your team as it is. That offers some nice, interesting coverage.
I guess we'll let Winterlay name it. I'll try not to have it one-shot itself in confusion this time.
Soar is Red's Mon, you fuckers. I don't care about Pokemon Origins, but it's not just Pokemon Origins, Kit. Like, the entire franchise has now put Red together with Charizard, and everyone is just completely bought into it. Like, yeah, Red's always had a Charizard, so of course he's gotta be with Charizard. And it's like, no, it's not.
But Origins is noteworthy because it is the first one that did it.
Yes, absolutely. It's 1000%. It's just, I don't want it to be like, oh, Origins is the sole thing that switched over everyone's head. The Pokemon Company has continued to push it. Like, I wouldn't mind it if it was just, oh, and this one thing they explored the idea of Red having a Charmander, especially because we're doing so much Charmander bias right now. It'd be one piece of media, but it's the fact that it continues to push it as though it's always been like this. And people just completely are like, yeah, it's always been like this. That just drives me mad. So I am grumpy at this time period for that bit. Um, okay, so I don't. Javier says the anime didn't help with Ash having Charizard and Blastoise, and Gary having Blastoise.
Although
I don't think that really matters because Ash had all of the Kanto starters and got Bulbasaur first. Was Bulbasaur
yeah,
first?
Bulbasaur was first.
Yeah, so that would still go with the idea of Red being more connected to Bulbasaur. Also, Master Sword fits. Beautiful.
Is that what
beautiful.
you want? Is that what you want it to be, Winterlay?
But yeah, I guess something. Gary having Blastoise, but Ash, it doesn't matter. Not only about Bulbasaur getting it first, but nobody, Lord knows, nobody is confused as to who Ash's starter is.
Although honestly, Ash just having Charizard more so leans into how far back that bias went.
Hmm.
Because again, that he caught all three Bulbasaurs first. Bulbasaur was portrayed as the strongest one. You know how, and you know how they have like that arc where Charizard stops listening. Bulbasaur was the one who didn't trust Ash at first. And he was the one who was just like not trusting humans at all. When they get separated, and
Oh, that right where they get separated and the Pokemon are on their own, and they're like, maybe Ash just left us.
yeah, it's funny. First off, Bulbasaur is the one who's like he doesn't say maybe they left us. He said he probably abandoned us. That's the word. That's the wording. It's not maybe. It's I've been through this before. And Squirtle's like, you think so? And Charmander is on Pikachu's side saying, what? There's no way he would.
Yeah, that is weird because like even Squirtle was willing to consider it.
Yeah, kidding me? It costs money to go inside. See, the owner of this place follows the school of thought that you can never have too much money. Well, yeesh, this is how the rich get richer. Here's your entrance fee.